Hey folks, welcome back. Good morning to y'all. It is very morning for me right now. I don't know what the deal was, but I was not ready to wake up and face the world. I am not SpongeBob and I am not saying I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, that's not it. So anyway, I'm just going to finish a last little bit of setup stuffs here. If I can get my windows to cooperate. Me versus technology, round 2000. But in the meantime, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate that. Do I have game audio? Wow, boy, do I have game audio. It was a little louder than I was expecting. That's right, we finished off here. Good old Typhoid Ruins. Oh, nuts. So I already went through and I already deleted all these like 10 minutes ago. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, I need to change profiles because I want to get a good picture of like print site on Zora's domain. And I didn't save it. So here's an early morning stamp rant. I'll deal with that in a minute. Good thing I got the coffee flowing. Whew. Ooh, that's a pretty sunset. Sunrise, I'm not sure which. That is screenshot worthy. Hey, Boomin and Wanda, welcome, welcome. Good to see you guys today. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Alright, I messed with my sound settings just a little bit, so as I get into a gameplay here today, if you guys feel like the game volume is too low, please feel free to let me know. It seems like every time I know I've got it, then like I go back into edit or something, and then like it's very hard to hear what I'm saying over like certain game cinematics or combat or just music. So yeah. The coffee's pretty much a hit. It's not perfect, but I taste the nice creaminess of the soy milk, and the bitterness of the coffee comes through and goes straight to the brain. Hey, Jordan Bellamy, welcome, welcome. Jacob, what's up? Oh yeah, it is afternoon. Jeepers. Well, I don't know. I have like an unwritten rule. If I haven't been awake for a solid 2 hours and I have not had 2 cups of coffee, so it's my 2 and 2 rule, it's still technically morning. So it's going to be morning for about another hour and a half here, even though noon has already passed. Whatever it is. Yep. Alright. I think we're good here, guys. I will go ahead and get an intro done and get to Zora's. And before I actually do that, I just wanted to say thanks to, I think it was Mike B, somebody emailed recently asking if I could just do like a fun video one day of just like random bad boy nests. Like no agenda, no plan, just... I thought, that sounds like a lot of fun. So yeah, we're going to do that one day. I'm not sure when yet. I really want to get it, get it going here with the actual questing and the storyline. The Divine Beast here in Zora. Jeepers. So yeah, Zora's Domain here. Not my favorite Divine Beast, not my favorite superpower, but it's probably a good next bet. And then I do want to do the volcano region, get that Divine Beast done, because I'm really itching to do the DLC trials. So now what I might do is, after all the Divine Beast work, I might go ahead and break off and go do the fun stuff that we just talked about. And then after that's done, maybe go in and kind of do some of the DLC stuff. I really enjoyed that Great Plateau Challenge. The Master Sword Trials, absolutely. Not to mention just all the reruns of the fist fights with the Ganons. So yeah, definitely itching to do the DLCs. Not only that, I didn't let cutscenes play out on my first playthrough. So I do want to kind of do that right. Hey, Countess, good to see you again. Doing well indeed. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well. Kind of wondering if you ever finished Subnautica. Yeah, I know, Countess, those notifications. It was funny, my friend Joker Plays was over, and we were just hanging out, and I was complaining about, the notification situation, and his son was like, oh, I can help you fix that. So, we go into settings, and he's showing me some stuff. Well, on a different channel, he showed me that after you subscribe, you can hit the down arrow next to where it says subscribed, and you get like a drop-down list, and it'll tell you can turn notifications on, like all notifications or some notifications. So for whatever channel we were looking at, I think it was a music channel that I follow, it wasn't set to all. I was like, oh my god, I have to do this for every channel? So anyway, they leave, they go back home, whatever. And I'm sitting here going through my subs, and I'm like, oh yeah, where's Joker Plays channel? Let's make sure that his is selected all. It was. I still don't get the notifications. I still don't get all the notifications regardless. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just a thing. Super frustrating. No, I still haven't. It's all good. So, guys, I'm really getting into that Star Wars Outlaws. Like, having so much fun with it. If you haven't seen my uploads, yeah, check out my last upload on the Star Wars as of today, and I'm sure I'll get another one posted here tonight or tomorrow, but it's the one with the Pirate's Plight. That one was a bit more on the comical side. So anyway, it's a fun game. I'm having a blast playing it. And I really haven't even showed much of the game yet. So yeah, I definitely want to get a good stream going for that one at some point. Probably on Switch 2 launch day, and I still haven't figured out if I'm going to stream that one live or if I'm just going to do the record and upload. I haven't made a decision on that yet. Yep, I hear you, Countess. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and do that intro, get into some gameplay here. And I know there's a shortcut route that I've showed in the past. And now I can't remember for the life of me what I would have been doing to take that shortcut. That's pretty recent too, because I remember like climbing in the rain. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. What in the heck would we have been doing? For the life of me, I have no idea why I would have come over here in the rain. God, that was a pretty recent stream, too. What in the heck would I have been doing that would have prompted me to come up here into Zora's? Well, I'm losing my scruples. Alright, maybe I'll just show both ways. Yeah, it's not coming. Yeah, Countess, I think you'll enjoy that one. That Star Wars Outlaws, it's like a good parallel to the Zelda game, the Breath of the Wild. The looting, the exploration, the discovery, the beautiful graphics, the fun gameplay. There's a lot of comedy in it, like a lot of comedy. There were times like I couldn't wait to log back in just to see like what the next little NPC interaction or cutscene would have been because it was just that good. It's kind of like another Breath of the Wild in the sense you can just open explore, have fun looting, or you can get into a bunch of combat. You can really just kind of make it your own gameplay for the day. The quests are super fun, immersive. It's a good, solid bet if you're getting burned out on Breath of the Wild. Skyrim is another good, solid bet. So my 4 go-to games right now are Breath of the Wild, Skyrim, Hogwarts Legacy, and now Star Wars Outlaws, in no particular order. Like, I can see these 4 just kind of getting recycled a lot in my future. Alright guys, I have been jibber-jabbering long enough. I do want to go ahead and get this party started. It's just really bugging me now, because I could just put a link in the description below about, you know, showing how I got up here before. But I can't remember why I went over there, so now I don't know which video that would have been. Crazy! Let me see where my stamp situation is at. 18, that's not going to cut it. Excuse me! Another thing about that Star Wars Outlaws that I should probably talk about. You can't go by the reviews. Apparently when the game first launched, it was bad. A lot of problems. Constantly crashing. There was a mechanic that people just did not like where the game would lock you into having to sneak. Well, if you got seen, I guess a lot of the complaints were that the game would kick them out in like 2 hours back to start all over, like on a different map even sometimes. It wouldn't let you save the game. So yeah, you know, I get it. Like, those complaints were probably well warranted. However, here in 2025, all that stuff that I read that was negative, best I can tell, all that stuff's been addressed. So, you know, kudos to Ubisoft, or however you pronounce their company name, Ubersoft. For addressing those complaints, because like now I'm playing it here in 2025. I'm so glad I bought the game. I almost didn't because of the reviews, but I was like, you know, it's on sale, I'll just give it a shot. If it sucks, it sucks. And I was like, oh my god, none of this stuff is an issue that they were talking about, and I was immediately immersed. Like the very first opening scene, I was like, oh, I'm playing this. Not only that, they give you like a 3-hour, no kidding, in-game opportunity to play the game. Let me save the freaking game this time so I don't have to deal with the stamps. Yeah, they give you a free demo, so you can just download it for free, play the game, and it's 3 in-game hours. So, you know, if you pause the game, go off and do some dishes or something, it doesn't count against you. That is 3 in-game hours, and I immediately knew within the first 10 to 15 minutes of that intro that I knew I was playing that video game. So anyway, yeah, it was one of those. Drew me right in, and I'm definitely locked in. Alright guys, enough about all that. I am going to go ahead and finally get this tutorial going. Jeepers. I got you, Countess. Yeah, I don't know either. I played the game and I have no idea. Countess, I know what I'm doing tonight. Awesome. Make sure you get some popcorn to go with that. It is entertaining. Alright guys, let's do this little dance. But before I do, well, I'll save that next time. Toodles! Welcome back, folks. Level Up Royal here with you once again. Guys, it's time to hit Zora's domain here. Varuta, Divine Beast. I cannot see it from here, but it's eventually going to wind up on that very tall mountain peak over there. That's only after we rescue it. For right now, I'm just going to kind of show you the immersion of the storyline. And folks, I'm going to show you 2 different ways to get into Zora's here. And just to show you the map where I'm at, what I'm doing, we're going to hit Zora's domain. I am at the Lanayru Tower, Booyah. And you can really get over here however you like. It's relatively easy. It's kind of an earlier game area here with one exception. There is a spider guardian running around here, and he will kill you. So do be aware of that. But once you get your tower activated, map opened up. 2 different ways to get in there, guys. I'm going to show you one way. It's kind of like the cheat way, but you have to learn how to climb in the rain, which isn't too difficult. I'll show you how to do that. And you'll just slowly make your way up this way, and then you can fly right into Zora's. Bada bing, bada bang. But the way I like to do it, even though it's more time consuming, it's just a lot of fun. Not only that, there's some fun stuff to do in here. There's like hardy radishes, just random, you know, shock arrow pickups, things of that nature, treasure chests, even a Koroks seed or 2. So yeah, definitely some good fishing here. Just all sorts of fun stuff. So again, guys, I will go ahead. Okay, internet had a little hiccup there. I almost said hookup. Jeepers. Where's my mind? Internet had a little hiccup there, so yeah, I wanted to make sure that cleared. So yeah, so anyway, just lots and lots of fun to do along the way. So I'm going to show you that route. We'll get all the goodies. Not to mention there's some word walls that we're going to get photos of. And honestly, I might save the word walls for another day. Some of them, yeah, they're going to be right here on the way, but that's kind of like a whole thing. It's a whole side quest, so I might just do like a Zora's Domain side quest video at some point. So yeah, probably... Then again, that's like half the reason to run the route is to get the photos on the way. Decisions. Maybe I'll get the ones that are on the way today, and then I can always upload this link later. Okay, yeah. Score. See? There's always a way. Marigold and Leah. Hey, welcome, guys. Good to see you again. And guys, don't forget your bingo cards brought to us by DD Plays. And there's a link in the description below for that. And you might have to close the chat window in order to access that description block. And then, you know, get the link open up, then you can reopen your chat window. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I got all my loreisms on there. She put together a real good list, so definitely a good time. So folks, before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate that. Ting! And when I say ting, you've got a picture Prince Sidon smiling and his little tooth sparkling. Alright guys, so climbing in the rain. Not super difficult. You're going to want to find either gentler grades or, you know, an area where you don't have to climb a whole lot. And you're going to count 4 steps. And then you're going to have to jump and you'll slide because it's raining. But if you can remember that, 4 steps, jump, and then just go ahead and slide. Recount your 4 steps, just rinse, slather, and repeat. That will get you up any cliff wall in the rain. Just be aware, you know, I've got 3 stamina wheels. You're going to be chewing through stamina in order to make that happen. So a way to speed that up is your climbing gear. And it's a time thing, not necessarily a step thing. So if you've got speed working for you, and that can be the climbing gear. You can get 6 steps, sometimes even 7, depending on the grade. So yeah, it just helps, and again, it's more to do with time than it is number of steps. So you're just basically getting more steps in for the same amount of time. You can also eat an attack power meal or elixir, and that will also help you to bump up that number. And you don't need high level particularly. I find sometimes I can get those 6 steps out of a low or mid level speed elixir or meal. So yeah, just cook literally anything speed, and that should help you out. Come on, Link. You'll climb everything else in the world, but not the tree I want you to climb. Jeepers, wrong buttons. And I notice I just got my internet warning again. Not sure what that's all about today. Hopefully it corrects itself. Okay, so I've already gotten this Koroks seed. I'll show you on the map where he was at. And just to speed the video up here, I'm going to use Rivali's a few times on some of the tougher climbs. Another one's coming up here. Yeah, we got enemies here. You got goodies here. I believe there's even a treasure chest here that I've already scooped up. It's out here in the open up near the cliff wall somewhere. Oh, I can't believe they don't see me yet. Another thing to your climbs is you can kind of back out in some of the gentler grades and kind of recharge that stam. Kind of like that. It doesn't always work out. You have to be on a pretty gentle grade there. But that'll help you and save some of your stamina meals. Alright. Yeah, that would have been another good Rivali's opportunity. Oh well. Get her done. Ah, nuts, I missed my thing. Yeah, and that wastes a lot of stamina, so if I miss one that early on in a climb, I'll just, like, start it over. And wow, you've got to be Johnny on the spot with that number 6. Like, you got to be ready to push that button. If you're like a split second too late, that happens. And then you go nowhere fast. Come on, Link! And I always get that final jump because you get a lot of free altitude doing that. You just, once again, got to be Johnny on the spot. Make sure you get that menu opened up and replenish that stam. Oh, I thought I had a sliver meal. I do. Oh wow, we're so close. Sweet! Alright, another open chest here. This was a forest dweller's bow. Ooh, look at that. 5-shot burst. That is tough to say no to. I don't really need it. Like, my bows are pretty beefy already, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. But wow, such a nice chest. I'll show you on the map where that's at. Alright. Oh yeah, something I meant to talk about in my little 15 minutes of rambling before we ever started any... Jeez, my words are completely broken right now. So yeah, my 15 minutes of mindless rambling there. I actually intended on talking about something more important today. So apparently YouTube... there's no more Rivali's. I knew that. YouTube introduced something new to the channel, and I didn't even notice it until I was listening to some of my music. And I was on the channels of one of the music people that I follow, Skeller, just in case you're interested. He's like EDM, and he does wave, and I just really find it relaxing. But anyway, I noticed there was a button on his channel that said rave. Wait, rave? Hype. So I was like, wait, what's the hype button? I've never seen that before. So then I went back over to my channel. I didn't see it. So I might not see it on my own channel just because, you know, it's my own channel and it doesn't let me hype my own videos. But anyway, it's up there on the tabs, like where it says videos, live, shorts, you know, all those. You might have to scroll over or arrow over. But eventually, you know, you're going to see community and all that stuff too. But there's going to be a new button that says hype. So I was like, huh. So I researched that a little bit and... yeah, the hype button, apparently that's a thing now. So it's like, after you like the video, you have to like it first. But then, after you like it, that hype button will show up. And then you can hit hype, and you can give it points. And YouTube says that it gives you free points. Like, you don't necessarily need to worry about buying any. Up to a certain point. I think it limits how many hype points you can give to a certain video. And if you've spent them all, then you would have to spend your own money to buy more hype points or whatever. But anyway, I just thought that was a really cool feature, and I wanted to talk about that. Just in case you guys do find any of my uploads or streams hype-worthy, I would definitely appreciate the hype. Have no idea what it really means, just yet, but, you know, it can only be helpful. And folks are always asking, like, what can I do to help support your channel? Well, besides liking and commenting, which y'all do... that would be just another way that wouldn't, you know, be reaching into your pockets. Alright guys, enough about that. I just want to show one more quick map overview. So we have arrived. And you don't necessarily need to go all the way to the top of this mountain. I did just because I could. But you can just kind of go around the softer grade here and get right in. You just simply glide right down to your quest marker there, or pin. I said quest marker. Too much Star Wars Outlaws lately. So yeah, you just simply glide down, and guys, you are in Zora's. So now, this is probably the easiest way to get in, because the route that I want to show you, guys, it's pretty involved. Like, there's a lot of death and destruction along the way. There's tons of shock arrows, and shock arrows plus water equals death and destruction. So yeah, this is probably the easy way to get into Zora's domain. And since I did all that work to climb in the rain and do all that fun stuff... I am absolutely going to take a moment and get my shrine activated so that we have a travel gate to get back. Look at that, I didn't even have to touch down in Zora's. Alright, so yeah, we can just simply fast travel, get back that way. But for now... I'll show you the route. Hey, American Justice. Funny, I was just thinking about you this morning. And you're never going to guess why. I was going through my laundry and I found my Budweiser shorts that we talked about like 50 streams ago. I was like, oh, American Justice would have gotten a kick out of this. Good timing. We must have been reading each other's thoughts. Yeah, I hear you, Marigold. It's stressful. Like climbing in the rain, making sure you count the steps and hit that button just right. Yeah, appreciate that, Countess. And if you guys don't see the hype button, I don't know if that works on streams. It might only be on the uploaded videos side. But if you don't see it, feel free to post comments letting me know there's no hype button. And, you know, I might have to do something on the channel there in the background to get that to show up. I'm still learning technology, guys. I'm doing my best. It's so challenging. Oh, thank you so much, American Justice. Alright. Okay, gotcha, AJ. I'll look back into that. I'll have to see if there's something I have to do on the channel there. Alright. kind of want to show... I don't know if I actually have the meals to support this. Yeah, I do. Good deal. And since I literally never use these for anything else, this would be a great opportunity to show this. So, because of all the electrical attacks that I talked about, guys, there's Lizzles, it's just a party. You might want some good high-level electric shock protection going into that, and I'll show you that recipe real quick. So zap shrooms can be found pretty much close to the Great Plateau. So right here, just south of the Stasis Trial, southwest, the land of the giant trees. There's quite a few of those yellow zap shrooms right around here, guys. Just look around the trunks of the trees. You'll collect quite a few that way. In addition, right off the Great Plateau, right down here by this On the Move shrine. So you'll fly kind of like southwest from the Cryonis Trial. Right around here, just check the trees again, you know, the little rocky area here. Lots and lots of zap shrooms. And if you ventured further out, you're going to find whole bunches of zap shrooms out here in Akela. Again, just look around the trees. All the little forested areas. Lots and lots of zap shrooms. If you don't want to If you don't want to deal with zap shrooms, another workaround for the shock protection is set bonus unshockable. Actually, you really don't even need the unshockable set bonus. That really only helps if you're going to get struck by lightning. But just having the 3 pieces of rubber armor, that will give you the high level shock protection that you're looking for. Now keep in mind, a shock arrow, if it hits you, although it will not be electrocuting Link, you're still going to take damage from the arrow itself. So in that sense, it'll be like getting hit with a regular arrow, and they hurt a lot. The difference is you won't get zapped and you won't drop your weapons and so on.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep my rubber armor on, I guess. Or maybe I'll wear my barbarian armor. And then I'll eat the meal for shock protection when the time comes. Alright guys, again, I'm just going to run this route right off the stretch of highway here. We're going to stick to the highway. Lots of fun stuff to do. Now this is an earlier game area. A lot of players run into the Zoras very early on, sometimes right off the Great Plateau, because you get off the Great Plateau, you're running around, you're just in awe of the open map and the exploration. And then, you know, you probably ran into a Zora, probably around here somewhere, just running around, walking around. There's actually a couple out here in this area, and they're going to be talking about, you know, pointing you in this direction. So if you follow those quest prompts, like me, then like me, you probably came to the Zora's area very early game, guys. I was getting my butt handed to me. I was like, well, I'm going to come back. This is not fun anymore. So yeah, good times. Quiet. Shh. Four! I didn't do a golf swing that time, but you get the idea. And speaking of just random loot, stuff's everywhere! Alright, and I am dangerously low on coffee. Oh no, my guys aren't going to be out here now. So yeah, you might even find Prince Sidon. He usually catches your attention walking up to this point, so unfortunately I can't show you that cutscene now. Probably because I already went in there and activated the shrine. That probably shut that off. That's a real shame. I wanted to show that on the videos. Thank goodness for hard saves. And while that's stinking, I need more coffee. And I just walked back and forth between my chair and the kitchen 3 times, debating whether or not I was going to grab the peanut butter M&Ms. And I'm sure you can hear by the noise in the background, the M&Ms won. Nom, 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 nom. I like the cookie. Alright. I see that star fragment, and it is calling to me, but we're not here for our star fragment. Alright. Oh, I'm wearing stealth. Perfect. Recollect our treasure chest. Hey, where's the prince? I don't know what I did to trigger him to go away. I thought it was going into Zora's, but reloading that save should have reset that. Yeah, wow, he's just not up there. Okay, well, if it's your first time visiting Zora's, you're supposed to get caught up in a cutscene here. And you're going to find Prince Sidon along the route, too, in different areas. And he gives you just a little bit more cutscene, like when you get to the bridge, particularly. But if I can't even show that, like... I'm not sure I can remember, like, where all his locations are. Oh well. That Octorok ruined it. I had him. And then the Octorok woke up. Oh well. Guess I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Or not. The elusive rupee that I could not seem to pick up there. Yikes! I'm kind of wondering now if I should even do this, like... To me, like, that whole cutscene sequence or whatever was kind of like part of the fun going through this. So I guess I'll just have to talk through that and let folks know when they go to play the game on their own that they'll most likely be able to experience that. But wow, for the purposes of a video, hold on a second. I'm going to give this one more shot. You can tell somebody's ready to play Metroid Prime 4. Still no release date. They're killing me. Of course, if I'm going to continue with the save file, the bane of my existence will be staring me right back in the face, the stamps. Okay, no big deal. If he's not here, I can just reload one of those autosaves. That'll take us back to more where we left off. Let's see if our prince is here. Okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe you have to interact with an NPC in the area first. That was the wrong button. Thought there was a Zora just standing here, apparently not. Alright, let's get back to our... where I left off. Hey Link Mario, welcome, welcome. Don't worry, you haven't missed much. A lot of chit-chat today. I have been just rambling. Many different things on my mind, though, so... I'm glad a lot got said. Okay. Still no sight on, so let's try... I know there's a Zora, like, right here. Let's see if he's there and if we can interact with him. Yeah, that coffee's hitting the spot today. Thanks for asking, Link Mario. Actually doing pretty good. Now that I'm waking up, at least. Wow, I don't see the Zora guy here. So the only thing that I can think of is earlier on when I went up this way to show how to get into Zora's, you know, via, you know, climbing in the rain. When I did that, I don't know, whatever it was, 10 streams ago or something. That might have, like, already counted me being in Zora's domain. And that could be why none of these NPCs are here anymore, including the prince. Wait a minute, why do I have that shrine activated? I must have reloaded the wrong... I really want to get to the bottom of this, because if I can show these cutscenes, that would be preferable. If I can't get this sorted out here within the next few minutes, I'll just press. Okay, no Zoras. So technically we haven't been there yet, not in the save file. The things I do for love. Yep, okay. I must have already triggered that when I took that little shortcut earlier, so that's real unfortunate. Not much I can do about it though, so I guess we'll just go ahead and press. Alright. Unfortunately, that was a big part of running this route. You know, when I said there was a lot of fun here, the cutscene sequences, that was definitely part of that fun. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of blow past all this stuff. Not really much right here directly going on, other than check all the rocks. Classic BOTW, you know, when you pick up a rock, just go ahead and spam that collect button. If there's something under there, you'll scoop it up. Not only that, walk forward and under the rock, so in case there's rupees there, you can collect those rupees. I don't know if this has been fixed, but there used to be a glitch where if you put a rock down back on top of the rupee, it would despawn the rupee. Not cool. Especially when you saw a silver rupee sitting there. Alright. So yeah, feel free to break open all your crates. Most, if not all of them, are going to have arrows and other fun stuff for you. Matter of fact, where's my boulder breaker? I honestly can't remember too much what is in these crates. I wonder if that Octorok is ever going to hit me. Ouch. See, I should have just kept my mouth closed. Why did I say that? I knew better, and I said it anyway. Ouch! Aha! He broke my barrel for me! He did me a public service that time. Alright, so yeah, I just like to use my yellow rune here. And guys, in addition to like all the fun stuff, check the river. Like all the fish are here. Armored, mighty, stamina, the zapfin trout, tons of them. And that's another good ingredient to make those meals. You can throw 4 zapfin trout. I think I'm saying that right. Stand by. Voltfin trout. See? That's exactly what I said. So you can throw 4 of those voltfin trout into a cooking pot, or you can mix and match those with the mushrooms. As long as you get 4 of them in there, it'll make it high level. Ouch. Yeah, lots of fish, guys. Look at all the mighty fish. And this guy is just going to be annoying to the bitter end. Fishy, fishy. Maybe I should actually kill some of these things so I can breathe a little. I thought there was a rock with like a gemstone under it over here. Or something. Or maybe the thing that was over here was a gemstone. And there just happened to be a rock there. See, I pretty much had that right. It's all relative. Alright, I think I'm pretty much... No, wait a minute. I think there's a chest over here. Ah, another... Okay. Yeah, wow. Memory is definitely not there. I kind of remember there's just stuff like all over the place here. Or maybe it's underwater. Yeah, I see plenty of zap shrooms along this route too. I don't remember them being here in abundance, but they are around. Gotta love the rock loot in this game. Just so much random stuff. And it's rare when you don't pick something up. Like, this is one of those rare exceptions where you're gonna get this many rocks with nothing under them. Not to mention the hightails, they're here too. Okay guys, I need to pay attention to my Sheikah slate. Let's make sure, check my condominium. Make sure I've got chests running. Yes I do, okay. Hey Lily, welcome, good to see you again. The Gerudo Divine Beast, that's a lot of fun. It's tough, but yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Alright, I'm trying to multitask here. Ooh, I almost got bouldered. Steamrolled. Knocked over and flattened. What do you call Batman and Robin when they get run over by a steamroller? Flatman and Ribbon. And that checks your dad joke for the day. Okay, I think there's a Koroks seed up here. And a treasure chest, that's right. I remember this chest. Real tough to get because of the rain. Like, you gotta shoot that fire arrow right where the cover is. So it'll actually burn and get out of the way. Several of these chests on the way. Long throw. Who put that there? I know who put that there. Agent Smith put that there. Long throw. Yeah, it's pretty long. Alright, the secondary bane of my existence, long throw. Hopefully we got that out of the way for the day. I doubt it. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and scoop up a quick Koroks seed. Yeah, ha 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 ha. Oh, Marigold, you are speaking my language right now. Having Starbucks for lunch, so it's such a beautiful day out here today. That's probably where I'm going to wind up here right after the stream. Like, it's gorgeous today. Perfect weather to be outdoors. And that patio is calling my name. And so is the coffee. And I love their app because they're constantly giving me free stuff. Like, those stars, they just flow. Yeah, definitely love it. Yeah, Mohammed, good to see you again. Those horses, the Epona, that's a good horse. It just saves all the trouble from having to go get your own. Special delivery! That reminds me of a SpongeBob episode. Good stuff. Alright, so yeah, just to show you on the map where that Koroks seed was. Moving on from here, I'm going to get back down toward our trail, our path. And there is a baddie up here. A couple of baddies up here. I probably shouldn't be using that just for safety's sake. Oh, roasted bass for free. Yes, please. Rock salt! Who put that there? Yeah, so you just got some loose weapons here. And guys, these are on a leveling system, so if you're playing your own game and that's like a Lizzle boomerang, that's why. These weapons level. So, just depending on where that hidden stat is in your game, that KO credit that I always talk about, that may or may not be a royal level equivalent. Oops. Alright guys, just follow the path. Follow the yellow brick road. More hidden goodies coming up. Including treasure chests. Oh, and be aware, this is getting real close to where we're going to start getting into some electrical territory, like electrical attacks. So yeah, you'll probably want to go ahead and be prepared for some electric bats here real soon. Ooh, that's a good one, Marigold. That tomato mozzarella sandwich. You have to get it warmed. But yeah, they're yummy. And then if I'm feeling really naughty, I will also get a chocolate croissant, again warmed. So delicious. It's like the gooey kind of croissant that sticks to the roof of your mouth. Just thinking about it, making my toes wiggle. Give him a taste of his own medicine with that shock arrow. Good stuff. Oh, I didn't mark that treasure chest. Get back there. Respect the stamps. Thanks, Link Mario. Appreciate that. So many combos. So, yeah, chocolate. That might have to happen today. Hey, Tony, welcome, welcome. Ah, darn, guys. I'm sorry to hear the horse thing didn't work out for you. Uh-oh. Danger, danger. Pay attention. I did not realize I had been noticed. Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's taken me a while to get that 5-star speedster. Like, sometimes they just don't spawn in. I have to keep reloading that save. But just out of curiosity, like, what part particularly did you guys have trouble with? Maybe I can rethink that. Like if it was the method that was used, the shock arrow thing. Or if you just were having no luck having them spawn in. Wow, I cannot believe I didn't get spiked. Normally, I run right into the spiky things. Alright, so yeah, shock arrows, guys. I just use them because I got tons of them. You don't necessarily need shock arrows here. But try to get these archers killed from a distance. That will be immensely helpful. And using that yellow rune really helps them all to light up, so you can do it kind of in advance. And watch out for the spiky things, because I've ran into these things like a million times. That's a real number. 1,000,001 if I run into some today. My treasure chest is full. I was not paying attention. What was that? Oh, a bow. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick tech refresh. Yeah, Link Mario, so once you get that gold tier, you can start getting your free birthday drink. Good stuff. Ah, I got you, Junior 2K. Okay, good to see you again, by the way. Oh, yeah, okay, I got you, Mohammed. That is a bit tricky. That stamina, it's so limited. So, you know, you can always give that another try after you get your stamina wheels built up. If you go out there with like 3 full wheels, you'll have so much more like wiggle room in that. Oh no, Marigold! Not cool. They did not like your tree, apparently. Oh yeah, guys, in addition, hardy radishes, they are around. Take a picture of one, that Sheikah Slate will take you to quite a few around here. I used to know where they all were. But yeah, there's quite a lot. See, now Link wants to clean the tree. That's just the way it goes. That is a real thing. Okay, guys, and since we're here, and since this is like such an out-of-the-way Koroks seed, I'm going to do it. It's on top of this little area. And again, it's just one of those really out-of-the-way seeds. So, like, this is pretty much the only time you're going to be near it to get it. Wait a minute, where is it? I might have been slightly off on my locale. And that's where he is. Booyah. And again, use that yellow rune. You're going to see just random stuff here. In particular, I'm looking for the radishes. I thought there were more here than that. Again, I just may have the wrong locale. And normally I take the time to pick up my metal crates. You never know what you're going to get in a crate. It's like the box of chocolates before they started telling you what you were going to get. I know we just had that discussion recently. Ah, nuts. Get back here. Actually, those might not be level enough. That really only works well when they're level. I'm spending all this time trying to get crates open. This is part of the addiction we keep talking about. I need none of this stuff, but it's there. Alright, moving right along, guys. Just staying on path. This is where we're going to start seeing those electrical attacks coming into play. And they start with electric bats, which I'm kind of curious why I haven't seen any yet. Or maybe they only come out at night or something. Okay, I didn't think I was missing anything there, but wanted to double check. So getting back on path. Okay, here's our bats. So now if you're real good, you can just get some shots off with your bow and arrow from a distance. and kill them all that way. If you're worried about it, just go ahead and eat that electroshock elixir or meal. Now would be a good time to do that, because we're also going to be getting into thunderstorm territory. There's a little detour I like to make along this route, because the loot is worth it. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to lob a bomb arrow over there right now. Too bad the rain puts them out. Alright, that was Death Valley. And not much going on over here from what I can remember. And that area that I talked about, you know, that little detour, that's up over here. So there's like a bad boy nest here. I think a chest is there as well. Ooh, and look at that, a silver Lizzle. So again, that's part of that leveling system, so that could be a weaker Lizzle, depending on what point in your game you're here at. We'll come back to that. Ooh, hightail. A free hightail. I had to do 0 work for that dude. I killed a horse. Yeah, it happens. So, you know, I was just used to shock arrowing the horses, you know, to get them to stand still. And, I don't know, I went over there on one of my playthroughs and I had a stronger bow, not realizing the horse would actually die. So yeah, I definitely one-hit that horse. And I was like, oh, the bow matters. Okay, gotcha. And I'll be honest, I felt kind of bad about it. Like, it made that horrible death cry. I was like, oh, I did that. Not cool. I am not a friend to animals. I don't understand why that bullet time does that sometimes. It makes the... whatever, your aim or the view go all wonky. And it won't stand still. It's like the game gets confused as to where to orientate the camera or whatever. Sapphire, that was worth it. Whoops. Alright, moving on from that one. And again, feel free to open your crates. Just be aware you're in thunderstorm territory, so these things can attract lightning, and so can the metal weapons that are laying around. Speaking of the devil. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and clean this little area out. We got one more Koroks seed here. It's the main point of coming over here. There's also one of those word walls I talked about. Yeah, ha 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 ha. I get a reward. Alright, let's go ahead and go this way. I don't remember exactly where this word wall is. Just in case I actually get into combat. My spidey senses are tingling like there's a Koroks seed over here, but that might be the wrong game. This might be a TOTK seed. I'll go double check. Okay, not BOTW. Wow, it's amazing having only played TOTK one real time through that I can still remember the loot is based on running around on this game. Like, oh, in TOTK this would have been whatever. Uh-huh. Okay, so there's that word wall. Pretty tough to miss once you're up here. But from the route or the pathway, you would never know it was here. So I'll go ahead and stamp these out as I find them. As a matter of fact, I already missed a word wall somewhere. I think right there. Going up earlier on, we had to like go around a bend, and there was a wall right there where the Lizzle was. Did I double stamp that? Okay, and while we're up here, there's also one like way around here somewhere, like really out of the way. Maybe it's just a Koroks that's back there, can't really remember. I'm gonna go investigate. Wow, just to show you how my coffee appetite's doing today, that cup I just refilled is gone again. If I keep going, I'm going to be walking around cross-eyed later. Okay, so it is a Koroks seed up here. Not a word wall. No idea where this thing goes. I'll try the obvious first. There we go. $127 seeds. What am I even doing right now? Alright, just to show you where he was exactly. I'm going to keep going around this way because I remember there being more fun stuff over here in the way of loot. Nuts. Come on, Link. Well, actually it was a good thing that happened because I kind of forgot about that boulder wall there. Gemstone. Just to show you guys the difference between BOTW and TOTK. This never happened in my TOTK playthrough. I never was over on gemstones like this. It is just night and day difference on, like, the loot drops. And the gemstones are no exception. Like, I have an insane amount of gemstones right now. I don't have to sell them anymore. I've already unlocked the fairy fountains. And the funny thing is, in TOTK, like, it's more expensive to do the upgrading. So you'd think, like, gemstones and rupees would flow better. It just didn't work out that way. Maybe they wanted to make it more challenging. I don't know, but, I don't know, I felt like that was a little bit deflating. Like, the excitement in just the free looting wasn't quite there as strongly as it was in BOTW. Okay, we got another seed. This is the one I thought was back there a ways. So now we're okay again. Now I'm right where I need to be. Just like that. Okay, so yeah, we're going to investigate this little lake. Fun stuff there, as well as this little lake here. Fun stuff there. Not to mention there's another word wall there. So yeah, when I said I was going to run this route, I probably should have said that we're going to be getting off path quite a lot. Couple of chests here. Oh, and those ice arrows. Those things are worth their weight in gold. And beyond. Like, gold almost doesn't seem to do it justice. Gold and platinum. Alright. Too bad I don't have any more volleys left to pop off. That would have sped this up a little bit. Long throw! Who put that there? Apparently the same guy who's been putting a long throw everywhere else. Long throw. Gonna use a long throw to go fishing. I guess they call that spear fishing in the real world. And I had to go out of my way for that because it was glowing. Oh yeah! Can't use bomb arrows here, so these are challenging. Now there's a metal boulder here you can pick up and swing around and break all these rocks. A little bit challenging, but you can get it done. You just really have to get that thing swinging. And this one's tougher. A bunch of garbage. Okay, I'm gonna let that last one live just because I don't feel like dealing with that metal boulder again. Aria, good question. Thanks for asking. Yes, actually, you can run the amiibos in TOTK. Now, I don't know if the same, like, loot drops are gonna happen. But, yeah, they definitely work. Hello, by the way. I'm not sure if I said hi to you yet. Show me the money. Alright, folks. Let's go ahead and hit that green pin. Get another word wall scooped up here. Oh, shiny stuff. Why am I even doing this anymore? As I just demonstrated, I need no more gemstones. The frog that got away. Nice little pond for frog in here. The crabs are just a nice little bonus. Alright, word wall number 2. Actually, I don't remember if I talked to the first word wall or not. I think I spaced on doing that before, so I'm going to have to go back through there anyway at some point. That's a lot of fun. Okay, and I want to say there's fun stuff down here. I might not be there yet. Hold up a second. I thought that was a rock. It had me fooled. Okay, but I am pretty sure down below this overhang... Oh, by the way, there's another word wall we just saw come into view there. Right down here. There you are. No idea what's in here. I know a couple of these chests are kind of bunk loot. It's like a Zora weapon or something. Yeah, case in point. Nobody wants a Zora's bow. But I could tech refresh. A burner bow is a burner bow. So I doubt a Zora's bow would kill a horse. Just because the attack power is so low on those things. Not only that, they break super quick. Like, it's a shame they didn't do the Zoras better justice than that in this game. Like with the power of the weapons. Oh, you're gonna die, clown. Going after that fire weapon, I saw you. And they have nothing for me, so I'm gonna live and let them live. Lots of chests on this little route. I want to say there's even one underwater here somewhere. Yippers. Sweet. Yeah, those ice arrows are definitely worth it. Yeah, that's true, American Justice. So where it lacks a little bit in that just, you know, fun looting aspect, it does make up for in more of it. So there's definitely a quantity thing going on there. Albeit it's a bit spread out, but it is definitely there. I really had fun playing with that Bigoron sword. Like, I was trying to think of maybe how I can get up there earlier in my next playthrough just to get that sword. It was just one of those fun little flavor things they added in. I really enjoyed it. Had a good strong base attack power. Definitely good stuff. Okay, so we got a cooking pot here that is always usable because it's undercover technically. Hey, Lisa Jones, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, wow, so good to hear. Thank you so much for saying that. I'm glad you got through that Ganon fight. Good stuff. Yeah, so Lisa Jones, that's pretty much the common theme of Breath of the Wild. I mean, here I am, 8 years later, still learning things, still finding things. Like, that will never end. And I'm like, how did I not know this for 8 years? It's pretty wild. It's not wild, it's Breath of the Wild. I'm about to get crushed. Okay, did I just walk right by a chest? I feel like there's an open chest out here somewhere. No, but apparently I missed one over here somewhere. See, I knew there was one in the water. How did I not see it? Ah. Apparently it just wasn't lighting up, or I didn't see it light up. Whoopsie. That's what I get for spamming the button. And if that's on your bingo card, spamming the A button, yeah, that counts. Wait a minute. Am I losing my scruples? I am losing my scruples. I totally forgot that chest was even there. Good thing I got that Sheikah slate working. And of course its durability. Long Throw's evil cousin. Alright, let's make sure I didn't miss any more chests. That is most likely over here. Okay. Nope, there's one underwater over here. That's right, this is the one I was looking for before. Now it's all coming back, because this whole wooden gate here, yeah. Definitely another chest out here. Wait a minute. Don't make a liar out of me. Aha! Just tough to see. Okay. Nice little hiding spot for a chest, that one was. But worth it. Once again, ice arrows. I forgot how many ice arrows were in Zora's. Tons of them. And that is my bread and butter. Alright guys, let's get back on path. Whoa. Kind of forgot about that one. It's a nice little death trap. And we got spiky things. Okay, so I was mistaken. That was not a word wall down there. This is the bend in the road that I was trying to remember. So yeah, word wall is like right there. My memory isn't always perfect, but it usually gets me pretty close. Oh yeah, this is a party. I'll probably want a little bit of attack power for this one, just in case I miss. Nuts. I hate wasting ice arrows like that. Yikes! That was a knee-jerk reaction, losing an arrow. Oh, that claymore did not last as long as I thought it would. Then again, I've had that a while. I got that back in Laurelin Village. Alright guys, another little hidey hole for some loose weapons right up here. There's definitely more to this bad boy nest. Ah, nuts. Oh, that's gonna break. Wow, it didn't break yet. I really thought that would have been breakage swing. Not to mention a treasure chest. Nice. Hey Cora, welcome, welcome. It is never too late. Ah, good deal, Lisa Jones. Yeah, I'm glad they helped you out there, because those are tough fights. I think some of those, like, mini-boss fights are tougher than the boss fights. Like, crazy how hard, like, a Lionel was to kill. Compared to, like, say, Calamity Ganon. I don't know, it's just my own opinion, but yeah, to me, the mini-boss fights were definitely a challenge. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Twice. What is going wrong here? Why is physics broken? There we go. Ooh, purple rupee. Not bad. And actually, I think I'd rather have that claymore there. Yeah, that boomerang, that's going to break super quick anyway. Long throw. Well, it's a rock breaker, so that's the one time you will see me keep long throw in my inventory on purpose. Alright, enough about long throw plaguing my every minute. I don't think I've had an attack power up anything yet. Just saying. Oh, check this out. Luminous stones. Those are always fun. And I'm not sure where that word wall is. I think I like go back this way or something. I'm gonna... No, it should be down right below me. Perfect. So just out of curiosity, Lisa Jones, like you said that you couldn't do it exactly the way I did. Like, I don't know if you can even, like, type it out. But I just like to know, like, out of curiosity, like how other people figure things out. Because that's another thing I really loved about this game, was there are so many different ways to do literally everything. And I love hearing, like, those comments in the older videos saying, I couldn't quite do it that way, but I did this, that, or the other, and it worked out really well. I was like, oh my god, I never would have thought to do that. Not only that, you know, it might help out some viewers watching here. So just curious if you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit of that. Alright, gotta go get your flint. Do not forget the flint. Because the flint, every 50 of those, you can get a diamond from Rito. And guys, getting back to just a whole bunch of random fun stuff here in Zora's. So awesome. Now there's some more stuff up here. There's a Koroks seed, a yellow flower to chase around up here on this mountain. There's a whole bunch of seeds here. I kind of sort of want to go up there just for the seeds, if nothing else. A little bit of a hike. I don't know if I can like find a dry spot to do this climb quicker. Yeah, I think we can. Might even be able to catch a ledge here and refill some stam. Sweet. Wow, I made that without having to eat any stamina. Here I was thinking this was going to be pretty grueling. Alright guys, so yeah, lots of seeds here. It's a good farming spot, you know, it's just a bit out of the way. But once we get the Zora's armor and we can ascend waterfalls, it actually helps that out a little bit. You can get up here quite a bit quicker. And I am not running stealth and I'm letting all my frogs get away. So lots of frogs here too, in addition to the seeds. So keep a sharp eye out for the frogs. Oh, and the sneaky river snails. Those are here too, I believe. Or maybe not. Yeah, there's one. They're tough to see during the day. And I thought there were more seeds here than that. That was kind of sad. It was better in my memory. Okay, here's a... looks like it's a blue Hinox. So a fixed Hinox here. This one is not on a leveling system. But his weapons are. And remember guys, we don't necessarily have to kill the Hinox. We can just rob the Hinox. So make sure you're running your full stealth and you do not try to sprint, because as soon as you hit that sprint button, the fun is over. Let's see if I can upgrade here. From all things long throw. Apparently not. Ooh, there's an attack power up. Now I feel like I need to keep that, but I've got better. But it wasn't long throw. So, victory. Okay. I will keep that long throw in the interest of breaking rocks. So yeah, feel free to kill Mr. Hinox here if you so desire. I really don't need the KO credit anymore, but I'm here. I kind of feel like I need to kill him. I don't know why. It's weird. Never had this happen before. And should I eat an attack power meal for like one blue Hinox? I mean, at the end of the day, it's really just going to prolong the life of this Moblin Club, but honestly, I could care less about that. So we're just going to do this one straight up bone system with no meal running, even though that stacks. And there he goes! I don't know why I'm standing around, I already got the weapons. I suppose for the guts, and the toenails, and the tooths. Little roasted bass never hurt no one. Alright, moving on. Enough screwing around. I feel like I've had way too much fun just messing around in today's stream. Like, I know there's an agenda today, but it sure doesn't feel like it. Oh, I just got you, Lisa. Okay, yeah. Just doing the swinging on the ground there. I like that. That way you don't have to mess around with, like, trying to eat a meal midair, because I know that's kind of hairy. Like, that definitely gets stressful. But yeah, thanks for sharing that. Oops. Did I already place that stamp? Yes, I did. Oh yeah, Rivali's Gale. Good call. Yeah, once you get that Rivali's Gale, that really opens up a lot for combat. Like, that bullet time, it's a lifesaver. Marigold, you know me well. You didn't think I was going to leave him alone. Nope. I couldn't help myself. Oh yeah, and I remember this is quite a seed. There's some climbing involved in the rain here. So yeah, this one is not awesome. Matter of fact, I'll probably have to put on my... Well, I'm going to play this as if I don't have that. And you're going to have to anticipate late sliding. So stay above the flower and take advantage of that fact. So still count your 4 steps before you do your jumping. And then again, just try to plan this so you're above. Yeah, this is not one of my favorite seeds in the video game. Okay, now we gotta climb up. So close! Come on, baby, you can do it. Oh, so close! I didn't think I'd run myself out. Yikes! Save me! Wow, yeah, that one felt like work. So that's pretty much it for, like, things that are up here, per se. There's, like, some more stuff down there on the lake level, so that's quite a bit a ways from us right now. Like, another word wall down there, some treasure, looting, Koroks seeds, of course. For right now, I think we just need to get ourselves back on path, and hopefully I haven't missed any word walls. I don't think I have. Oh, thank you so much, Link Mario. Appreciate that.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, Lisa. Gotcha. Yeah, and there's really no difference between the games. Like, Switch 1, Switch 2, exactly the same game. No differences whatsoever. Other than graphics. You'll get the graphics upgrade with the Switch 2, of course. Alright, moving right along here. And it's nighttime, so I'm glad I get to take advantage of a little bit of speed up. And there's a blood moon. Interesting. So this would have been another spot for a side-on encounter had you, you know, had all the questline stuff going on. I want to say there's some fun stuff over here off to the left as you go up the mountain. These fun little, like, water holes and waterfalls. There should be another word wall coming up. So many shiny things along this route. Sparklies. They're everywhere. If I'm ever going to abuse a Royal Claymore on a metal crate, it's going to be a long throw. Okay, why do I feel like there's something over here? There is a word wall over here somewhere, I know it. I can feel it in my bones. Wait a minute. I might have jumped the gun on that. I think it was over here more somewhere. Nuts. Yep, I'm going the wrong way. Thank goodness for Rivali's Gale. This is saving me a grip of time. Ooh, a nice little hidey hole there for some loot. Did I know about this? Okay, I could have sworn there was a word wall here somewheres. I am not seeing anything catching my attention. Maybe it's that way more. Don't make a liar out of me. Aha! Okay. Right where it should be. I'm never lost. But sometimes I wind up in the wrong spot. Yeah, 10 word walls. And they're not all along this area. Some of them are like, there's one or two like up in this area somewhere. I don't even know how many I've gotten so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe? 4? I might have to go back and watch my old video to see where they're all at. Ooh, lizard. Now let's get ourselves back on path here. Atop this little mountain peak, I do believe we have a Koroks seed. Not to mention more shinies. Sparklies are everywhere. Yeah, Lisa Jones, unfortunately that Star Wars Outlaws will not be available for Switch 1. I think it needed the beefier, you know, muscle in the machine to be able to push that game. There's quite a lot to it. Graphics are pretty involved. A lot going on with NPCs and just, you know, things moving around in the game. So yeah, I don't think the Switch 1 could run it. Unless they really dumbed the game down. Kind of similar to Hogwarts. I noticed Hogwarts for the Switch wasn't great. They had to dumb a lot of things down, like graphics were missing in a lot of areas for that reason. But Hogwarts on the Switch 2, beautiful game. It works just as good as it did on my Xbox, if not better. Okay, guys, do beware the dancing idiot. And I want to say there's another word wall like right down here somewheres. I might have passed one up. Okay, maybe not. Always dancing. Dancing, dancing, dancing. The dancing idiot. And honestly, I don't mind the dancing idiots. But I do mind the lack of loot drops when you kill said dancing idiots. That's why I call them dancing idiots. Whole bunch of dancing for nothing. Why am I breaking crates? I need none of this stuff. Stop it. Oh, there's another undercover cooking pot if you need it. Feel free. Ah, there's my word wall. Okay. Right idea, wrong cliff wall. So that Star Wars Outlaws, I play it on my Xbox right now. I don't know if I'm going to buy it for the Switch too, just to compare the, the two playthroughs. I'd imagine it would be the same, but, you don't know until you do it. So I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. But right now, the videos that you'll see on my upload side, yeah, those are all from Xbox. And I'm not sure what other platforms that game is available for. I don't know if it's on PS. But I do know it's a multi-platform game, so you might already have a console. You might not even have to buy the new console. It might even be on PC for all I know. Alright guys, moving on our route here. There's some more fun stuff down here. Again, a little bit out of the way. Frogs, I think swift violets, things of that nature are down in here. Maybe some more seeds. But as far as word walls go, there should be another one out here in the open somewhere. And from what I remember, this one was not even hidden. It was just kind of like right along the path. Or so I thought. I'm gonna go check this little watering hole just because I talked about it. Oh, there's a Koroks seed here. Forgot about him. And wow, look at him zipping around. Holy guacamole, he's had more coffee than I have. That's what I'm going to look here in about another hour. My hands are already getting a little sweaty from all the caffeine. Alright, just to show you where he was at. And I thought there were swift violets here. Apparently, I remember that wrong. Or it's down below there somewhere. Either way, I'm not going out of my way for a couple of swift violets, even if they are there. Okay, guys, getting back to our main route and our word wall. Ooh, sunken treasure. Take a little bomb arrow action. Wait a minute, where's that word wall? Could have sworn I just saw it. Whole bunch of frogs I don't need. Booyah. Gotta go see what's under there. Okay, I'm not sure where that chest is pinging from. Probably down there in the lake. I know I talked about that. But before I go lake diving, I kind of feel like I need to get into Zora's and get our map or our travel gate opened up. Because getting out of that area without the Zora shirt, it's a bit difficult. See, I'm not going to go lake diving just yet. Let's get into Zora's. Now, I don't think there's anything else really along this bridge. Check all these rocks, though. Sometimes you'll find a real good, strong rupee, and in fact, that might have been the rock. I can't really remember now, but I found a gold rupee here once. And I think somebody else commented about this too. It might have been Brad6360. Talking about the gold rupee rock here. And again, I don't know if it was this spot specifically, but I remember I was here on one of my playthroughs and I found it. But never again. So, like, I never remembered the rock. But, it might be down below too somewhere. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. And I thought maybe it was a consistent spawner, but it was not. Because I remember going back there on other playthroughs and it was just different value rupees at different times.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Oh, I know, Link Mario. Yeah, they do really dumb those graphics down. I mean, they don't really look great anyway. They kind of want it to look sketched, quick sketched and spooky. So even on my Xbox, you know, I didn't particularly care for that little quest line. Because it just didn't look right. It didn't feel right. You know, I missed the graphics of the game doing that little deal. I get what they were going for. It wasn't for me. But anyway, yeah, they really did dumb a lot of the graphics down, though. And that really did make that look even worse. Not only that, like in some areas, they don't even show the graphics. They just put like a block wall there. I'm like, wow, they really had to dumb this game down for the Switch. Alright guys, here is our accursed Zora's Domain shrine. Probably my least favorite shrine in the entire video game. I'm not complaining, just stating facts. I do not like this shrine. And guys, wow, I've been on 2 hours and I have not had a break. I am going to come back on screen with you and go water the horses. Because it is that time. We're almost done. We've already made it to Zora's. So now I just kind of want to finish up a little bit of the looting and stuff. You know, get our Zora shirt. Show you where that last few word walls are. And we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. But I will be right back. This is a critical situation. Wow, I over-nuclefied that coffee. I just burnt my taste buds, and I'm going to have that sandpaper feeling in there for like the next month and a half. It's really awesome. So yeah, well, I haven't had a break in a while, so like I got up and started walking around, and the old Batissimo had gone numb. I was like, oh, hurts to walk, hurts to walk. It looks like okay on the TV. Okay, good to go. Hey, Alanis, what's up? Welcome, welcome. I know, right, Boomin? It's not that you necessarily need them. You just have to. Yeah, Link Mario. So on the Switch 2, that has fixed a lot of the graphics issues. Like I said, that the Hogwarts Legacy was absolutely beautiful on my playthrough. Because I bought the game thinking, well, you know, I want to experience the differences between Switch and Xbox. So I didn't bother doing a playthrough on the Switch because it was just too terrible. So then I got it on the Switch 2. I was like, well, now I got to see what it looks like on the Switch 2. And it was perfect. It thought fast. It didn't take forever on load screens. The graphics were gorgeous. Everything was there. So yeah, that definitely fixed a lot of those issues. Yeah, Lisa Jones, so it does work. Just keep in mind it's not going to be beautiful like it would be on an Xbox or another system, or the Switch 2 for that matter. But the game still worked. I still played it. You know, I still enjoyed it. I just noticed a lot of those graphics differences. But yeah, it kind of feels Zelda. You're out there, you're looting, you're getting your super suit taken care of, you're doing like inventory, kind of like Koroks seeds. There's puzzles. I definitely felt like it was very Zelda feel. Completely different universe. You know, it has nothing to do with Hyrule or Hylians or anything of that nature. But, you know, as far as like the feel felt to me as I played the game, I was like, wow, this kind of feels Zelda-ish. Definitely a good backup game. And funny, I'm getting that exact same feeling playing Star Wars Outlaws. Good stuff. So I don't know what's causing that, Atlantis. That frame rate issue you're talking about on the channel, I don't know what's causing that. I'm recording in good quality, and it looks fine, but then when I upload it to YouTube, it has those hiccups. So I don't know if that's a playback issue. I'm not sure what's causing that, but the recorded version looks perfect. The streams will probably look even better. But yeah, I don't know what's causing that in the recorded versions, especially when things are moving or spinning. I kind of noticed that steppiness to it. Honestly, I think it's just a playback issue because, like I said, in what I watch on my computer, what I watch on, my recorded, files, and even after my export after the edit, it still looks fine. But something about it, YouTube doesn't like it. So yeah, you're definitely going to see that much better on your own system and TV versus what you see coming through my channel, unfortunately. And I don't know if I could figure out what was causing it, I'd fix it. But yeah, I really wish I could show you the beauty of the game. So I might have to live stream that one, if nothing else, so I can get you the better graphics. Link Mario. Water the horses means many things. Water in, water out. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Link Mario, it's supposed to look like sketches. It's supposed to look like somebody scribbled in pictures and stuff. So you'll still hear like the scribbling noise, and it's still kind of like black and white and scribbles everywhere. But it does look better. Like, it looks more put together and not all sketchy. I don't know how else to explain that. But yeah, it's not color. It was meant to look like it was done out of a sketch artist book. Again, not my favorite questline in the game. Yeah, it might have something to do with encoding. Yeah, I'll research into that a little bit more. And maybe it's just my recording. Maybe I'm recording in too high a quality because I'm recording in 2K. That's a lot of data. So maybe, you know, by the time YouTube processes that down into 1080p through my editing software, and it could be my editing software doing it too, I don't know. But my editing software doesn't let me do 2K. The options are 1080p or 4K. Well, I cannot record in 4K, so, you know, 1080p is the best I can do on edits. So yeah, maybe I just need to record in straight up 1080p, and maybe that'll resolve that issue. I'll play with that a little bit more. But hopefully I can bring you better graphics on the edits. Boom, and I read a scientific study on relationship between coffee and horse watering. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright guys, I'll go ahead and call this break over. I will get back into some gameplay here. So I will get myself out of the way one more time. Peace out, Home Scout. Alright, let's finally get this shrine done. So again, guys, not my favorite shrine. Probably my least favorite shrine in Breath of the Wild. I will show you multiple ways you can skin the cat here. But it's just a difficult shrine. Really, no matter how you do it, you're going to be playing with this ball a little bit. So I found, you know, I had to just kind of go away from this one for a while, come back to it later, you know, less frustrated, fresh eyes, and try it again. And then it usually works out. But here, first things first, we've got to get our way up to the top in order to shut the balls off, because right now the balls are a problem. The balls are falling from like every which way. They like to just blast Link, make him fall down. Go all the way back to the beginning. It is no bueno. See, like that. And you lose a lot of ground. So yeah, just, you got to get up here as quickly as possible. Once you make it to this ledge, that really does shut them off. Alright guys, and once you get up to this ledge, now again, getting back to there's multiple ways to skin the cat here. There is a treasure chest in this shrine that I didn't bother getting before. Because it's nothing I want, but, you know, some folks might want to know how to get it. So that's one way to do it. You can just kind of fly to it, basically. The glide slope is just high enough you can make it to this ledge. If that doesn't work out for you, there is a way to get up and over and on top of this walkway, and then you can just simply walk over here. I think it's like a Zora weapon or something. Again, it's nothing I ever wanted. But it is there if you so desire. Oh, and before I do anything else, I want to get that ball rolling. So I'm going to show you guys how to kind of like trap the ball. Just put a couple of ice blocks down here to make sure the ball doesn't, you know, roll down and reset itself. And then you can use an ice block, or you can just get up there and use stasis. But ice block, you know, it's quicker. You can use an ice block to push the block. Now keep in mind that probably just broke one of my ice blocks down there. I wasn't really thinking ahead on that. So yeah, you can only really put 2 blocking pillars down here. But one of those should catch our ball here and keep it from, you know, going any further. So with that, guys, you got to be quick. Because once you break this ice block, that ball's going to want to start rolling again, and you got to be Johnny on the spot with your stasis. So this is why I personally don't like this method, because I found this very difficult. But a lot of people in my older video commented that the way I did it was difficult. So I thought, you know, maybe I should just go through the motions and show both ways. And then hopefully somebody can find a way that works well for them. So yeah, go ahead and break that ice block. Again, be super quick with that stasis. And right about there, you're going to want to freeze that sucker. And you really only have to hit it once with a two-handed weapon. Just to kind of get it going in a direction, not going over the cliff here. So yeah, that should make it in the hole. And that should open your shrine doors. I wasn't really thinking ahead. Now I can't show you guys the other way. So maybe what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description below and show you how I did it before. And again, hopefully between the 2 ways, that will definitely help you all out. So folks, on that note, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate those things. And as always, until the next time, best of luck, happy hunting. Of course, we're not quite done streaming yet. I want to finish getting the word walls, kind of like a quote-unquote on the way to Zora's, or in the immediate vicinity of Zora's. Actually, no, scratch that. We'll do the rest of the word walls when I come back to do the rest of Zora's. So guys, there's a ton of side quests here. Ton of them. There are side quests out the Yin Yang here. And that's on your bingo cards, by the way. And I have not said Yin Yang in a hot minute. But, so yeah, we'll just call this one Zora's for today. When we come back, guys, just so many side quests. Now, I'm going to probably hold off on doing side quest stuff until, like, we do the Divine Beast. Because that's, like, a whole deal, you know, in of its own thing. There's a lot of side quests here, including things that open up after the Divine Beast is done. So I think I'm going to follow suit. Historically, when I do Divine Beast villages, I wait until after to do all the side quests so I can do the ones that open up after the Divine Beast. So yeah, we'll also include the rest of the ward walls that I have not yet gotten. And guys, there's a lot of loot down here, just like sunken treasure over here as well. And again, one of those will open up after the Divine Beast. One of the tridents or something or other. Lots of stuff in the waterfall areas. You've got your Zora's armor, and there's 3 pieces to that. We're going to get one from the king as soon as we talk to him. And then the other 2 pieces I'll walk you through on how to get all that stuff as well. So yeah, guys, lots of stuff to do here in Zora's. As a matter of fact, this is probably going to be Zora's Domain weekend. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live stream Monday. Monday is an American holiday. And I know, of course, our European friends won't be off that day, but I might do a stream for the holiday. I'm not sure yet. I'll put something out on my community chat if I decide to do something like that. But, in fact, I might do something on Star Wars live. That way you guys can see the more beautiful graphics on Monday. And then that way, you know, our European friends, just in case they don't have the holiday there, they don't miss anything on the Zelda side. So yeah, why don't we just go ahead and call that? I'll put that up in the community too, just to let y'all know what time that'll be. But so yeah, lots of stuff coming up this weekend on Zora's. Tomorrow we will do the Divine Beast, and then Sunday we will do everything else. Wow, so I had to take that big long break, make you guys wait that whole time while I watered the horses just so I could come back on and say we were done. I clearly didn't think ahead too well on this one, so apologies for that. Bingo! Yin Yang! Haha! See, Wanda? I knew I needed to say Yin Yang for a reason. Congrats! I'm glad somebody got one today. And that is one of my more rare words, or rare things lately. Rare. My words are broken. Nailed it! Oh no! So close, Marigold. I did not say nailed it today. Shame on me. Before I actually cut the stream off, I do want to get on a dungeon map. And just make sure I didn't miss any word walls up to this point. Because if I missed a word wall along the route, that counts. That needs to be in today's stream. So let's see. As far as my memory goes, that one is solid. That one is solid. We verified those. That's 3. That's 4. All verified. That was 5. That was 6. Wow, those two are like right next to each other, just not next to each other, if that makes sense. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I see 7 stamps there. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 3 more. I know one is down here in the lake. There's like one down here somewhere. So yeah, that'll be on the back end. That makes 8. There's one up here somewhere. That makes 9. And I believe there's another one over here next to these waterfalls somewhere. That makes 10. So yeah, that's all 10. But again, just to make sure I'm not misleading y'all, we're going to check a quick dungeon map. And I'll probably use zeldadungeon.net because I can see that one easy. As far as like what I'm looking for. Actually, no, I think I'll use IGN. I do good with IGN also. I've been more particular toward IGN lately. A friend has been talking about them a lot. She works for them part-time. And I think that's really awesome. And she asked me not to say who she was, so I won't. But definitely appreciate you sharing that. Alright, let's bounce over to... I guess I can show you guys something a little more fun than a map shot. Alright, where is my Zoras? So yeah, IGN's usually pretty reliable on their placements. Yeah, history marker 1, 2, 3. Four, 5, 6, 7. Yep. We are right as rain, guys. And then those other 3 are right where I just said. Well, kind of, sorta. Just in case you're already watching and you want to know where they're at. This one is over here. Booyah. So that's a bit of a climb to get up to that one. Or actually, that might be down under this overhang now that I think about that. But yeah, that one is like way up here. And then... And again, this is going to be like under that overhang, so it'll be on this ledge. I think this ledge more specifically, but it's under this overhang, so it's like way over here somewheres. Maybe even back farther. And then the one that's down in the lake, again guys, under the overhang. So you're going to want to get down here on this little shoreline where this lake is and just kind of look that way, and that's where that bad boy will be. And that makes 10. Perfect. Not bad for old man memory. Take that, 20-somethings. It's funny, my son couldn't remember certain things that were obvious. But then he'd remember something from like 10 years ago. I'm like, dude, you have my memory. Sorry. Awesome, Boo Man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out. I was waiting a long time for that word. Yeah, I feel you, Wanda. Ah, Milk Run. That's one I haven't said in a while. Alright guys, yeah, we'll go ahead and call this one good. We'll see you guys back tomorrow for some Divine Beast action, which reminds me, I think I labeled this one Divine Beast. I should have, yeah, I should have said like just getting to Zora. So I'll have to go into my descriptions and stuff and fix that. But yeah, we'll go ahead and hook that up tomorrow. So folks, definitely hope you appreciate, or jeez, there go my words again. I definitely hope you enjoyed it. I know I appreciated having your all's company today. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate that. And until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting.